What a piece of junk!
This is the Shattered Order podcast.
Go switch off!
If you're looking for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes news, information, and theory crafting, you've found the podcast you're looking for. With your hosts, GoodNightPunk and WinKILLERinc.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Hit record.
Hello,
Have you started
everybody, and welcome to the 135th episode of the Shattered Order podcast. I'm your host, GoodNightPunk, and with me, as always, really excited to get things going and talking over me is my good friend Wink. What's up, Wink?
Well, that answers that question. How's it going?
I'm doing great. Hey, we're starting, just so you know.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Wonderful. How's it going? I am ready to talk some stuff, some new kits and
I know.
reworks and a bunch of unexpected stuff. I didn't expect us to actually have new stuff to talk about this week, but here we are.
I know, it's pretty cool the way that they're doing it this month. Doing it kind of like, they got some things at the beginning, you got some at the end. They're just kind of spread them out. It's pretty cool. Along with new events, which we will talk about going on right now. Pretty sweet. I'm loving it right now.
Yeah,
So-
I am totally with you.
I had something else exciting happen on Monday that I got majorly let down about, but I had read in our Discord that someone heard there were rumors that the episode 9 trailer was going to be released at some event that was going on. I can't remember the event. It must have been a big one to think it would even possibly be released there, but there was no episode 9 trailer on Monday, so that was unfortunate. But I'm getting to the point now, if it's
Bummer.
coming in December, it's now February, I want to at least know the name of the movie at this point. What do you think?
Yeah, I would like to know it as well. I heard a rumor of one that was like the balance of the Force or something like that, but it's all speculation. I'm curious. I'm with you. Give us something, people. Come on. It's gonna be a big year for Star Wars, so.
I mean, when we found out that the Last Jedi was the name of episode 8, that kind of just started all the rumor mills and the theory trains and everything going off. So I'm just excited to get the name so we can try to figure it out. And I did.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm already starting to try to talk about what some might consider spoilers, but someone that's coming back, I believe, I'm really excited about. So.
Ooh.
At least,
I haven't heard any spoilers, so I don't know.
If you're interested in that, go look at the cast list, because there's some interesting things in there.
Really? Okay. I'm gonna have to go check it out. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't wait till we actually get a video on it. Maybe we can, do something with, the trailer release and try to keep up with the just normal Star Wars stuff a little bit better this year, because we usually don't really cover that stuff at all, but it might be kind of fun to, do a little something with that.
Yeah, I would really like to do that. I really still think we need to do our show with our friends from Cantina Vizsla going over The Mandalorian when it comes out, because that's going to be awesome. But we should definitely do something about the movie too.
we were supposed to do the Resistance show, and well, we've just not had time apparently.
Someone's trying to move, I heard. And yeah, turns out he's not moving at all right now. So that's good. Well, here we are. He'll be back in a moment. He's having internet problems, which is why he wants to move. So it's really reinforcing the point I was literally just making. So beautiful. All right, Wink. Come back to me. We're actually going to do 2 GoodNightPunk streams tonight. So I'm going to talk to myself as often as I can. I know you guys are interested in that. You guys can't hear the music, I can. So me bobbing my head to it probably looks really goofy. All right, well. There he is.
Hello there.
Literally just we're talking about you moving for the internet, and then you drop connection. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I missed that part. Yeah, my internet's not having a good night apparently. I have no idea how this is gonna go. Yeah, hopefully here in the next month or so, I'll actually, probably gonna be moving in March, and hopefully I have good internet by then. Like, I was over there today, and they got the little boxes for the fiber hanging on the poles and stuff. So, hopefully soon. Hopefully soon.
Awesome. Well, I promised everyone information about merchandise this week, and I wanted to let you all know that within a couple of weeks, we will be finding a place to sell the Shattered Order logo shirt that we've always had available. The link is in Discord. If you are ever interested in buying that, you can go get it from there. But hopefully we're going to expand. We're going to expand that in the next 2 weeks, because now I am in the process, and I've got some really good. I got one that's already almost done, and one that's like in my head, ready to be drawn out on my computer for a Bleedo and a Jerry t-shirt. So pretty soon, in the next couple weeks, you'll be able to get your Bleedo or your Jerry t-shirt. So look forward to that. It will be in Discord. I'll pop it there. I'll pop it on Twitter whenever we finally get it live, and then we'll announce it on the show. But that should be within the next 2 weeks. You'll be able to purchase those things. Now, we got some other ideas, and if you are interested in this, go ahead and hit us up in Discord or Twitter and let us know if you would be interested in buying one. But we have tumblers and pint glasses that we're looking into getting our logo screen printed onto. So if you want a nice beer glass for watching the podcast and drinking with us, we have those. We're hoping to have those available. So I'm working on that. That one's a little more tricky, but those are the 2 things that should be coming out this month. So
the trickiness on those is kind of logistically, just the way you have to order them and stuff. We would essentially have to order them ourselves and then ship them out. Can't really find a good place that takes online orders like they do with the t-shirts. So hit us up and let us know if you guys would be interested in buying those, because it's kind of a bulk thing. Only makes sense to do it if we have enough people interested in them. So hit us up if you are interested, and we can kind of go from there.
Yep, for sure. I have designed those already, and they do look really freaking cool. So
yes,
if you're interested,
yes, they do.
Let us know.
100%.
And the last thing for our intro here, I just wanted to say, as always, you're seeing my shirt. I'm representing our sponsors here.
Beautiful color.
Yes, Blue Microphones, as always, sponsors this show and provides us with the awesome hardware that we use on this show to record, to listen, everything. So we got our mic stands, we got our Sparks, we got our They're not Lolas.
These are satellites.
Yeah, satellites. I got our satellite headphones, our Sparks, our compass. We got all this cool stuff from Blue that makes this show happen. So if anyone else is interested in getting into content creation, or this stuff is also great for gaming because you can use it to communicate with your team better, everything like that. If you are interested in anything from Blue, go check out their website, bluedesigns.com, and if you use SOPOD on checkout, you get 20% off. Now, these are great products with a great discount there to get them. So if you go check that out, we would appreciate it, and we would really appreciate it for our sponsors there. So,
Indeed. Well, you ready for this first topic?
I am. Let's do it.
Hey guys, what did you do in SWGOH this week?
Zara's a troll in chat.
I
That's
just
pretty
saw
good.
it.
Wink is sponsored by Linksys, the leader in 56K modems. Very funny. All right, so farming update. My Basilisk Fallen, I'm at 32 out of 85, still chugging along there. It is a slow grind. Ambo is 22 out of 85. Really need to get him done. I need to start dumping gear into him. That way I have that other bounty hunter for my teams. Canderous, 56 out of 100. Very close. Definitely be finished by next week. And then the Emperor Shuttle, I'm 13 out of 80. I'm too busy farming other stuff. I didn't actually store back energy. I just kind of... I made sure that I moved into that next day full of energy, but I didn't, stock up. So... I got 13 shards today, not too shabby. And then the only other thing I did this week was changed up my arena team just a little bit. And I had to drop Chewy because, well, the other day...
Did you say Chop Suey?
Chop Suey? No. It probably sounded like that, though, with this Linksys 56K modem. But... I got a new arrow that I put on Jolie. It is a health primary arrow with some secondary speed, like 14. I felt like that would be worth the trade-off. He's over 56,000 health, and immediately after putting that on him, somebody messaged me and was like, my God, your Jolie is awful to kill because he just keeps re-healing, because of all those bonuses he gets, adding even a little bit of health to him can make a difference. And I have noticed on offense, he is way more difficult for the opposing team to kill. So that has actually been quite nice.
Which is great because they're almost guaranteed to direct focus him. So if he can last through the direct focus and not have to use Savior, that makes him even more valuable.
Yes, for sure. And the other thing was, once I did that, I was like, okay, great. I'll see how this does. I dropped to 12. I was like, yes, this is unbelievable. So I was like, no need to make any changes now. And then the next day, I woke up, and my team was at 49. So I have since dropped Chewy because I've been noticing a lot of issues on offense, even where I get no usage out of him just because they, Revan targets Chewy and Chewy's dead, and then he can't be revived on the team, so I'm down one character. So it's basically 4 versus 5 from the very beginning, and he's just kind of at a point that I guess it's with all the new Revans coming up, he's just not useful on that team anymore. So I went back to Basilisk, and I'm running the traditional team now. I presume it's going to hold better. So we shall see. That's it. Anything else? What
Super
about you?
excited. Oh man. I can tell you this much. The amount of Revans in my shard is out of control, and it's getting just
nuts, man.
So annoying again. Just the mirror matches were annoying before he came back, but They're still super annoying now. But the good news is, since everything's going dark around me, all of them have the new Revens, for the most part, a lot of those people that weren't in the top 15 where I usually fight, they didn't have the mods.
Oh, look at you in the top 15 where I usually fight.
It's a new thing for me. Well, I mean, it's like 8-9 months old now, but like I'm saying, like the people that got Revan, if they push me back, it's super easy to climb back up because none of them have a faster Revan than me. So as annoying as mirror matches are, and a lot of them don't know how to mod Yoda or anyone really, so it's not so bad, but
makes a difference.
I don't know why I went into that, but anyways, what did I do this week? Oh, so I told you last week with my alt, I joined Future of the Order from the Order, our alliance, to start doing heroic raid attempts. We've done 2 this week. We're having a little bit of trouble stuck in the middle of phase 3. So
oh no. Wait. Whoa. How are you stuck in the middle of phase 3? Does no one have 3PO?
People, we have some with 3PO, maybe 1 or 2, but they haven't been able to get that third phase thing working. And so, give me 1 second. Okay, thank you. I'm back. Yeah, I know. So that we're getting stuck in phase 3. I just don't think everyone has their Chex Mix ready to go. I think we're getting about 50% into phase 3 and it's getting stuck. I think that the guys with C3PO are trying to mod him now, or mod the team now to get it working the way it's supposed to. But the last 2 raids we haven't gotten that. So hopefully soon. Their last attempt before the 2 we just did was stuck in phase 1. So we definitely are making progression, but hopefully we'll have good news next week. But right now, still fighting the fight in Future of the Order. But the other thing, I just got Gear 12, Anakin to Gear 12. I actually decided to work on a quest for once, and part 2 of the Jedi quest was, one of the parts was to get Anakin to Gear 12. So I thought, you know what? I'm on this part of the quest. That's the last part I need for it. Anakin has a ship. I am farming that ship. It'll be good it's good now. So I'll just get him to Gear 12 and I'm good to go. Went up to the next tier 3, and now it's Old Ben. So I actually have to gear my Old Ben. And I'm not too excited about that, simply for the fact he's Gear 9 right now.
He's awesome.
No, I know. I'm not fighting the idea that he's awesome. But he's only good in like 1 or 2 modes that you ever use him in right now. And then the other part to it is Gear 9 to Gear 10 takes 150 Carbontes, and I have 0. So it's just
that's the problem.
Staring at a wall that I don't want to fight, but I'm going to anyway. So luckily, there's a lot of stores that have Carbontes, so hopefully I'll get through that pretty quickly. But going after Old Ben now, and kind of crappy. I finished Candor Sordo. Now I'm back to farming Kit Fisto. Super exciting, nice. Mr. Fisto.
Sounds like it.
65 out of 100. Almost finished with him, and then it'll be Lando. And then after Lando, I got nothing. So. Nice. But I wanted to mention something that Ice Station Zebra mentioned in Discord about when you have nothing else to farm in Cantina. And he mentioned an idea. He mentioned the idea of always topping off your energy, being ready for whatever next Cantina person drops. And his idea was more, it sounded like it was more of a all the time being capped off on energy and just spending what you needed to a few times a day to get shards and stuff from the crew node. But my counter idea to him was to, on Tuesday nights, to cap off your energy on Tuesday nights. If you know characters are probably going to go free to play that Wednesday, because Wednesday's been the update day recently. That way, If you want to jump ahead on your farm on that character, you can that way. But I myself personally would rather have the shard shop currency over the whole week than just sitting on that energy all the time. But it is a decent idea to do the night before on Tuesday nights if you think a character is... Like, I would have done it if I thought about this idea this past Tuesday. I probably would have done it then thinking, okay, if there's an update tomorrow, Carthonasi and Juhani should be farmable, so maybe I can get a jump on them, you know what I mean? So, just an idea. But I thought they should have been this week. Anyways, we'll get to that. The last thing, my farm update. Bat still has actually been a little better this week, and it's funny because it's not the first sims, it's always my refresh sims. They've usually been 3 to 7. I've had anywhere in that range this whole week. So I'm at 27 out of 85 now. So I'm pretty excited about that.
We should finish her up about the same time then.
Yep. Looking pretty good there. Django, I got him to 6 stars. So now I'm fighting for that last star. 6 out of 100. Imbo, I hope, is finished this week. He's at 85 out of 100. And it's funny because you mentioned the shuttle, and we'll talk about this once we get into the Galactic chase. But my shuttle's at 38 out of 80, and I did save up energy. So I'll mention why once we start talking about Galactic chase. But I did not get as far on the energy that I saved up as some people. But I will say that the drop rate is really good for those this Galactic chase thing. I like it. So
yeah, seems like it's really good. We're going to talk specifically about the drop rates here in a bit, but yeah, it's not too bad. You mentioned something earlier that I kind of wanted to mention that us as a guild are doing. You're talking about the quest, and right now I'm stuck on the first tier of the Jedi Master quest, and that requires top 3 finishes in the Heroic AAT raid. So what we have started doing is we have a number of people that are trying to complete these same challenges, and some people that are trying to complete the challenges where you have to finish so many top 10 finishes in the AAT raid. So we are alternating raids in which every other raid we are letting people post damage early and basically rank themselves, and then have just a couple of the top people solo it and be done with it. That way we can expedite how quick people are able to do these things and get these quests knocked out, because if you're just waiting for your opportunity to actually get a top 3 finish, I mean, there's a 6% chance basically that you're going to get one of those spots on any particular raid, and it will take freaking forever. So I highly suggest, if you're trying to do these, or you're in a guild and you've got a lot of other people trying to do them, come up with a system, help everybody try to get them knocked out. Nobody gives a damn whether they get top 3 or not, or they shouldn't at least. I mean,
not in Heroic AAT. Like,
yeah,
no matter where you're at, the rewards are bad. So
the rewards from completing the quests are better than the rewards from the raid, other than the guild shop currency. So yeah, be a good guildmate and help your guildies get those knocked out. All right.
Sounds good.
I got a very important question.
Since everyone loves a good poll, let's dance through the results and see what you thought this week.
I guess I should have said we've got very important questions.
Yeah, I was like, what's the question? Is this a new sounder? I'm excited. I got excited for a second.
Sorry to let you down.
No, it's okay. We'll be all right.
I'm not sure how the sultry poll drop could let you down, but...
No, that was good. I liked it. We're good to go.
All right. So, the poll this week. Big, huge, monstrous shout out to Frostfires, who is helping us do these polls now. Helping take a little bit of load off of us each week. So, thank you. We really appreciate it. And what is question number 1?
All right, so question number 1 is, How much of a nuisance has resin? I hope resin hasn't been a nuisance in your arena. Anyways, how much of a nuisance has Revan been in your arena shard? And the answers were, if you don't have a Revan team or a team that strictly counters him, it's hard to get into the top 50. My shard has a good mix of teams in the top 50. My shard only has 1 or 2 Revan teams, and I'm still working on making it into the top 200. I see a Revan team once in a blue moon. So this one, far and away, much like we talked about in the top of the show section there, but 88% of 165 responses say if you don't have a Revan team or a team that strictly counters him, it's hard to get into the top 50. This does not surprise me at all. At least from my arena, from the sounds of yours. So, yeah.
It's all Revan. All Revan, baby.
All Revan all the time. Now, I will say that maybe that'll change by the end of the month, because it's looking like these droids might be something. So we'll see. But yeah, second highest there, 8%. My shard has a good mix of teams in the top 50. Can I join yours, please? I would love it. And then 4% said I'm still working on making it in the top 200. I see a Revan team once in a blue moon. You can do it. I believe in you. Just keep farming that meta team that you like and mods, and you'll be there in no time. And then
Indeed.
I think it's 1. I can barely click on the slice. 1 person said my shard only has 1 or 2 Revan teams. So I can only venture a guess as to say that person is probably on a newer shard. That's my guess.
Yeah, probably.
Because that's not very many Revans. So if you have one on that shard, enjoy your top finishes.
Yep. Indeed.
All right, what's the next one?
All right, next one. What was the most intriguing thing about the road ahead? Let's see. So the top overall response at 31% was the audacious 5-year plan. I did find that awfully surprising too. The second ranked one had 24%, and that was, you hear that, meatbags? I will be back. Which, of course, is an HK-47 reference.
And basically, the one thing for everyone to hold on to at the end of that road ahead post. Like, oh, let me just throw something in here right at the end so you're holding on to it as hard as you can. So.
Yep. Nice subtle hints. At 15%, we had the Separatist droid releases / reworks. Sorry, that's actually fourth at 15%. The third at 17.5% were the quality of life updates, and then last but not least at 12% is finessing the delivery system of how they release characters. Which one would have got your vote?
Which one would have got my vote? Probably. I mean, probably the delivery system.
For me, it was the quality of life.
I don't think there's anything. Well, I mean, the squad character screen thing is really, really good, because then you can just
Rancor simming.
Oh, you know what? It's been a week and I've completely forgotten about Rancor simming because it's just not in my head. That is pretty great. Okay, quality of life. That one gets a vote too. I'm really excited though. I really want a new Guild event character. That's awesome to hear them talking about. This Galactic chase stuff we're gonna talk about is just really cool as well. I mean, there's just a lot in that as well. I didn't put it in the notes, but we need to talk about it as well. I'll make sure to bring that up on the forums. But they also it'll release something about Droideka's marquee event and the packs with that, which also goes into the finessing the delivery system. And Spoiler, in my opinion, this is going the opposite way of where I wanted it to go, but we'll talk about that when we get there. Actually, we'll talk about that when we get to the update. So, yeah. But it's funny, the first 30 votes while I was sitting here watching this when I first posted it, because when I first post the poll, the poll's responses come in pretty quick, right? So that in the first 30 people that voted, Separatist Droid releases reworks didn't have a single vote in the first 30 people. I'm like, wow. Everyone's been waiting for Grievous forever. 30 people polled. None of them even said that. So that was interesting. But
speaking of that, of the 3 announced reworks, which one excites you most? General Grievous, IG-100, or the B2 Super Battle Droid? And this is a complete and total landslide. No one is surprised with General Grievous at almost 80%. Crazy. And then B2 came in next at 16%. Basically 4% of people cared about IG-100. So those are just contrarians, I'm sure.
See, but I would have picked that, to be honest, because there's 2 reasons. A, he's a character that was worthless before, who probably won't be afterward, which I always like that. And 2, all those characters that were in the game from the very beginning usually don't have a really hard gear. Their gear requirements aren't really that hard. So if he is good, then it's probably not going to be that hard to get him to a usable state. So I think that's pretty awesome. But I am more excited for Grievous. So there is that.
You know what I need to do? Whenever I get some free time, I'm going to spend some time and get a really, really good recording of a yawn. That way I can use it sometime. Like 5 seconds ago.
That's okay. It's okay. It's fine. I'm okay. I'm not hurt. My feelings are fine. I'm not hurt.
All right. What's the next question?
All right. Next question is, all these new shiny droids, are they just a distraction from Old Republic content that is still coming? And the answers we gave were, oh, look, shiny new droids. I don't care if any more Old Republic content comes. I'll be farming droids. And I think the developers intended to change our focus to the droids. Nothing for the Old Republic will be released in the next few weeks. And next, I think the droids are a way to limit resources to keep the number of people who get Darth Revan or Darth Malak to a minimum. And then the last is, I think the 10-year anniversary is over for Old Republic. 15-year anniversary, we were corrected there. Darth Revan will not be back until the 15th anniversary, so say 20th then. So there we go. The overwhelming amount of people, so 76% of people said, I think the droids are a way to limit resources to keep the number of people who get Darth Revan or Darth Malak to a minimum. So a lot of people on that conspiracy train, just like me, which is why I'm not even worried about working on my droids right now, even though I'm sure 100%. They're going to be awesome. I'm still farming and gearing my Karth and Canderous and Juhani and what's his... Johnny, who did I miss? Oh, Badstola. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. But
yep,
I'm with it. I'm with the majority there. The other spots that had good chunks, 13% of people said, I think the developers intended to change the focus to the droids. Nothing for the Old Republic will be released in the next few weeks or months. So those are the 2 big the big hitters for answers people had.
Cool. All right, so the next one is, have you seen the B1 Battle Droids kit? 88.5% of people have. And then let's see, 7% said not yet, but they were going to click on the link that was in the answers, and then 5% said no. So most people have seen the kit, and piggybacking from that, now that we have seen the kit for the B1 Battle Droid, what do you think? All right, so there are a crap ton of answers here. And as always, you can click on the show notes and go down to the poll, because the link is there every single week, and you can read all the answers and see all the responses. But the overwhelming number one response at 62% was, I will reserve my opinion until I see the rest of the reworks. So people are a little bit skeptical to some degree there. The next biggest pie was 12%, and they said, I think it's interesting, but unless there's a lot of help, it will not be good. And then there were, let's see, two other responses tied that think it's interesting, but will not end up PvP play, and then another 7.9% that said they don't like it. Overpowered, loving it was, that was another 8%. And then let's see, I don't like it was one person. One person said they don't like it.
There's always one. That's the way it always goes. There's
one.
always one. I don't think it's overpowered, but I am in the this seems pretty good, I love it camp. So
yep.
I'm loving it. How about you?
Looks
Have you read
awesome.
it through?
Yes. We'll get into it here shortly, but yes, I am pretty excited about it. It's cool. Next question is, will you unlock the Emperor Shuttle? And I do believe that is referring to during this session while it's in the PvP table, that it's in the fleet PvP table. 36% of people said, I already have or expect to. Another 36% of people said, I will spend resources towards unlocking the shuttle, but will not make it a priority. 23% said, I think it looks cool and all, but it is not important to me to unlock the shuttle, and it doesn't really fit into my current fleet. And then there was a pretty small percentage, under 5% people said it's not in their short or long-term plans.
I think this thing's awesome as far as fighting Houndstooth. I don't know. I guess we'll get into that as well, because we're going to talk about his kit. But
yes,
that was part of one of my things I asked him to ask people, because when I read it through the first time, all I could think was, this looked like it will do very well against the Houndstooth, which everyone seems to be using. So, I mean, I want it just to see how well it does, but there's that.
Indeed.
So then we asked another question, basically asking, across the world, doesn't matter time zones or anything but like that, but if you had changed your payout or left it where it was, what did you choose, and what is your current payout time? Now, it seems like, so the overwhelming amount of people have 6 p.m. as their payout time listed here. So I'm going to assume that all those people answered the question. Not all of them. Well, pretty much all of them, unless they switch back to that time. That is the normal arena payout time. So we won't count that as one that's been moved to. But 43 out of 109 responses have the normal payout time. The very next highest one is 13. No, sorry. I can't read that. It's yellow on white. 5 p.m. So a lot of 15 people moved an hour ahead for their arena payout. So that was really interesting. And then another one had people moving. The next one is 11, so they moved it 1 hour later to 7 p.m. And there's also a 7:30 p.m. one listed there. So
basically, I mean, an hour on either side of the original payout time that the devs had selected for the game, and then, you know, the next 4 to 5 hours after that would be the next most common. But that kind of tells you they did a pretty good job picking payout times. If either we're like mice that are so trained to this that it doesn't affect us, or people, actually do like these times and think they fit well. So
3 people said 6 a.m. That's an interesting one to me.
And no, thank you.
That must be
I
people
will
that wake
pass.
up early for work and have lots of time in the morning that will do their
Yeah.
arena payout right before work. But that really screws up. I wonder what times that would make your refreshes. So 6 a.m. would be your fleet and regular energy. 9 a.m.
But-
would be your other energy. And
Midnight
then
would be your big
big
pot
one.
of energy. Yeah.
Daily
Sounds awful.
Yeah, that's just if it didn't change your energy refreshes, I think that we'd see these numbers more dispersed. I think the fact that changing it too drastically changes your daily reset as well as all the bonus energies is why we see that more closer to that 5 p.m. Did you change
Yep.
yours out of curiosity?
Yeah, I moved it an hour later, so I'm
It's
in
like
the
'cause-
7 o'clock.
So I changed mine from 6 to 9 only because I'm always up at midnight. So my last refresh is at midnight. My daily resets at 3 a.m. It works out well for me. But I'm a night owl. I work nights. It worked out perfectly for me. I can see, though, why people stay around where they were. It's just interesting to see the large dispersion here. No one answered between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. So no one's in there. There's a lot of big chunks of missing time on this time frame here, but it's interesting for sure.
So you did skip over one question, and that was how powerful is the Emperor shuttle?
Oh,
You didn't
look at
cover
me.
that one, did you?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So we'll jump back to that one real quick. 64% of people said it's a solid pick for Sith and Empire fleets. That was the biggest little pot there. 13% said it may be slightly better than the Resistance X-Wing. Ouch. Another 13% said it will show up sometimes, but makes me think it's great. Let's see. Almost 10% said it will knock out those pesky houndtooths in everyone's fleet. And then basically, new meta-defining ship, basically said one person. I really think that if it wasn't for the Falcon, it could be meta-defining, but we have the Falcon.
The good news is it's not Bodhi. I'm pretty sure it's not Bodhi Rook. So
That's true. That's
it's
true.
not a one that goes immediately free to farm and no one's going to use it. I think this one will be more interesting than that. So
That is true. All right. So the next question is the demographic question. How old are you?
Seems everyone's more of my age, or at least at the bottom end of my age, or bottom end of that spectrum. Whatever. People are near my age, apparently.
Apparently, 35 to 44 is 60%. So, that is a massive chunk of people.
There's a lot of us at work not doing work.
21 to 34-year-olds are 28% of the people did this poll. And then 8.5% were 45 to 54. Let's see.
So the biggest chunk of demographic for this podcast is between 21 to 54. So if you're outside of those ranges, we appreciate you.
Yep.
Well, okay, let me rephrase that. We appreciate everyone, but it's just interesting
That's
that
true.
those smaller numbers are coming in those ranges. I kind of wonder how if the 21 to 34 had been moved down to like 16 to 24, how many more there would have been in there, because I feel like that's probably around the age where you have a phone that actually can play these games and you're going in on them. So I don't know, but maybe you're not listening to podcasts because you're supposed to be listening to your math teacher.
Yeah, because math's important, kids. Make sure you learn your math.
Shout out to Zathmir.
Yeah, exactly. Poor guy. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how teachers do it in general. Anyway, thank you for filling out this survey. Remember, yada yada yada, all that stuff. If you're listening to this, you probably know. But this was a chance for you guys to kind of, drop in some random stuff and give us some trolly comments or whatever. And what did you see in here that you liked?
Well, I'd like to say to Mr. Sinister, I'm not going to say hi, babe, from the Republic. I'm just not going to do it. So there's that.
Nice.
But yeah, there's some interesting stuff in there. I don't know who my secret admirer is, but that's interesting.
If I'm highly offended that I have to select an age answer that assumes I drink Busch Light. I mean, if it's free, I will. And I keep some in the garage fridge for visitors, but give me a local craft any day.
Yeah. These open-ended questions where you can just write things in always end up spiraling into the abyss. It's great.
Yes,
But
indeed.
very good. And whoever said meow, very nice.
I wonder if that could have been Meow Baka.
Meow.
Ooh, how many times will Wink yawn in the podcast? Over
under 5?
Yeah.
That's
I
always
will take
over.
over all day.
Easily
yes.
over. That's
If you're,
Vegas would not release those odds at 5.
No,
that would be
they're
more
not.
like
No.
15 probably.
Yeah. See, let's see. Taking the under on that would be like, I don't know. Actually, I can't think of anything that egregious. It would have been like picking somebody to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
It would be like picking a Rose Zeta.
Ah.
Oh, ooh. The wound is fresh. Maybe it's not fresh because
Uh,
maybe you haven't done it yet. Have you Zeta'd your 2 new characters yet?
I have not. We'll talk about that when we get to trivia.
Okay.
As for now, though, I think we should give away some stuff.
I mean, I think people like free stuff, so
I do too. So, Dan, here's what I need you to do. I need you to go pull our Twitch sub list. Since you are signed in on Twitch, I need you to go pull that, download it, and pull that up. And we will pick a random person there. And I've got the stuff set up to dig through and do our Patreons.
all right.
And let's see. We will do the random number generator. And okay, so the first one is going to be, this will be the $30 gift card, or if you want a Shattered Order t-shirt, I could make that happen also. So, are you ready?
Am I ready? I'm always ready. Let's hit them with the free stuff.
Chickenbottom.
Chickenbottom, he's in chat.
What?
Hype
How
him up.
exciting.
Congratulations,
All right,
Chickenbottom. Getting some free stuff today.
Gift card or t-shirt, your choice.
Yeah,
And-
not too shabby.
And we have a $10 gift card. And let's see. That $10 gift card is going to go to Seafront02.
Seafront02, congratulations.
And that is the winner for the $10 gift card. All right. Have you got that other list pulled up?
I've been looking for it. I don't know where to find it. So.
Oh no. Let's see. You have to go to the video deal, and then you have to go to. Oh, this is.
Why don't we give
killer.
out Twitch next week?
All right. Yeah.
Give everyone an extra week to sub on Twitch for their chance at a $30 gift card.
Actually, I think I can look it up here pretty quick.
Never mind.
Go ahead and let's see.
While we're waiting
Dan?
on Wink, let me go over some other things for you real quick. If you love the show, you love the chat for Twitch, if you love any of that stuff, we have a Twitch chat that kind of goes on all week long, and that's our Discord chat. So if you want to be a part of a Twitch-like chat all week long, go join our Discord, discord.me/shatteredorder. We are on the march to 1,000 community members in our Discord. I think we're right around 950, so if you have not joined yet, now is a great time, because I might be thinking about what happens when we hit 1,000. So there might be something going on. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is we're almost to 1,000 people in our Discord server, and we enjoy it there with you guys hanging out with us so much. So if you want to be part of that, come join us. It'll be awesome. Yeah, what were you asking, Wink?
Oh, I was going to say, thanks to those of you that have been subbing on the YouTubes. We are over 1,100 subs on YouTube now. So thank you guys. Thanks to everyone who has gone on there and subbed. And those of you that have your new Revens, I have a really awesome Phase 2 video on how to use Revan and how to optimize that team. If you haven't seen that yet, go check it out. And if you know someone who needs some help with that team, send them the link. I think it's really good. Very, very useful. And yeah, I think y'all should be checking it out. And our Twitch person, for the $30 gift card, or if you want a t-shirt, I could probably work that out for you. But Drew77.
Drew77. Oh, yeah. Congratulations. Hopefully you enjoy your new gift card / shirt. Don't try to wear the gift card. If you want to wear something, get the shirt, not the gift card.
Smart
the gift
thinking.
card does not cover much.
Indeed.
Not saying I know from experience, but you don't want to try to wear the gift card. So if you want to wear something, get the shirt. So there you go.
Indeed. Yep. Shirts are going to be pretty awesome. And you guys, if if you want to go with a t-shirt, you can get the ones already released, or we can hook you up with one of the new t-shirts that we're going to be announcing later. So hit me up,
They'll
guys.
be
Let me
awesome.
know what you want, and we will go from there. And I think it's time to go into this.
Strong with us, this update is Young Padawans.
Ooh, the Galactic chase is on. Very exciting.
How cool, like, that is just such a cool name for an event, especially with what it is. Every time I hear Galactic Chase, I'm like, I'm going to catch them. I'm going to catch them all.
Like Pokemon.
Like Pokemon, yeah. Galactic Chase, got to catch them all.
Heck yeah.
I love it. So
Yeah, it's good stuff. And it's a really cool idea for an event.
And here's the good news. It's when I heard the name, I was thinking that's an Empire-centric name, but the galaxy or a galactic chase doesn't really mean any specific faction. So they pretty much said it right in the post they made earlier this week about Galactic Chase, but this pretty much confirms it's not just a shuttle thing, because what they said in the update was shards or blue pants, shards or blue pants for a new ship or character can end up on any type of node, hard nodes, dark side, cantina, fleet, etc. So basically, the first sentence of their post said, for new characters, they can go, or it can be ships, it can be characters. They will be going and rotating onto these different tables. So this is a new way for them to introduce characters. Now, does it end up that the ship's the only one on there? We'll see. But from the post, what it basically says is this is a new way they're going to introduce characters. So hopefully we're able to get some new ones this way. I personally, so far, I really like it. They're still, I feel as though they're probably still making money because everybody that hoards crystals or buying extra, or not hoards crystals, but using those crystals on refreshes the night before they know it's coming, or using extra crystals on refreshes the days it's there to make sure they get what they want in that time. It's pretty much hammering all points for all people. I think the people that really want it can spend all the crystals they want to get it to 7-star, and the people that just want to farm it slowly will be able to get them by playing normally. So I mean, I think this idea is really good. It actually did it actually did end up going the way that I was thinking it was from what I read in the Road Ahead last week. And it's basically any fleet node is going to reward the shards for this character. Now, they did find an interesting way to divvy out those shards, and we'll get to that in 2 seconds. But it is on any shard of the selected area. So fleet shards or fleet nodes, anything you do in there is going to give you a chance to get these shards. Now, the shuttle one started at the daily reset on February 8th. So last night at midnight, or tonight, basically, I guess it's still today, but that's when it started. So if you saved all your energy yesterday, which you still can do, one of the things that I did, there was a fleet energy pack that was pretty awesomely timed with the shuttle going onto fleet nodes. So if you did that by midnight, you had a good chance to get a bunch of shards and be well on your way to get this character. But they did something interesting, Wink, and I did not see this coming, and I'm guessing you didn't either. They actually posted the drop rate percentages for this ship on the bonus drops.
Yes, and the one thing that really stands out is that it's different than most things in that it is actually based on the energy spent, because the drop rates for everything else are kind of just based on what it is, not necessarily the amount of energy spent to get it. So that makes this a little bit different, and it results in, I mean, a hell of a lot more blueprints for the ship, I mean, than anything else, really. I mean, they're kind of making this thing pretty easy to get, which is unusual. I'm not, like, I feel like I'm missing something on this whole thing.
The numbers are pretty high, surprisingly. And now that we're here, I'll talk about my energy situation with my shards. So I said I was 38 out of 80. I had 1,100 energy saved up at midnight last night. I was doing Anakin's node, which is a 16 energy node. So now I'm understanding a little more why some people got a lot more shards for their energy than I did, because at 16 energy, it was the 64%. And then the 20 is 80%. So a lot of people still farming Lando's ship or gear at those 20 energy nodes. So they're getting that 80% drop rate. Mine was only at the 64 on Anakin's. So I kind of figured out exactly why my drops might not have been as fantastic. But I mean, still, if I'm doing,
I mean, it should basically still be the same. It doesn't,
well, yeah, I guess it all evens out as far as amount of nodes you did.
Yeah, because
there's
you're getting more attempts, which is why they did it this way, which makes it very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So
Fair point. I only got 38 out of 80 for my energy, so that kind of
yeah.
I was on the lower end, I guess, but I'm already halfway to unlocking it, so I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, not too bad. Like I said, I think I'm at 13 or something. I'm pretty happy with where I'm at, but I'm not doing refreshes for it.
I'm gonna use the 3 100s, and that's as far as I'm gonna go every day.
Yeah.
But
I'm not gonna get distracted. Too many other things to focus on.
It happens. So why don't we talk about the kit? What do you say?
All right, let's run through that. The Emperor's Shuttle is a versatile support that boosts Empire and Sith survivability while debuffing enemies. This thing has, let's see, how many abilities does this thing have? Five abilities. Basic,
Yeah.
a unique, the hardware, which is its thing where it comes into battle, whatever you want to call it, and then 2 crew abilities with 3 turn cooldowns each.
So I think it's important to mention, as we're talking about this, the 2 pilots for this ship. One is Emperor Palpatine, and the other is Royal Guard.
Yes.
So Palpatine's Royal Guard and Palpatine are the ones on the shuttle, which makes sense because it's the shuttle that's supposed to be flying him around, getting him to places. So obviously the Royal Guard would be with him to keep him safe. Once he gets off the shuttle, they're really not going to do much on the shuttle, I wouldn't think, unless they just crack shots. I don't know. But
yeah.
So those are the 2 pilots. How is your Royal Guard?
He's a gear 9 or something.
Mine's still blue.
Yeah, I used mine there for a little while. He's still not a bad character in certain circumstances, but yeah.
Well, it used to be really good. When he first got reworked, man, arena
was
meta
amazing
for so long.
Yep.
But then once they introduced protection, he pretty much lost his value.
Yep, 100%. He's still useful, though, in some circumstances. So, his basic ability is Aggressive Offense. Deals special damage target enemy. Target Lock. Inflict critical damage down on target enemy for 2 turns. Battle Tested Formation. This is his unique ability. Dispel all debuffs on the Emperor Shuttle anytime it takes damage from a target locked enemy. Empire and Sith allies gain protection up 20% for 2 turns when critically hit, doubled to 40% for Empire or Sith allies that are taunting.
Which Empire or Sith allies taunt?
There are circumstances where, like TIE Fighter Pilot or Maul, or I can't remember how they get taunt. I've seen them taunt, though.
Yeah, that's the one that made me think, because I'm like, off the top of my head, and I'm not a ship guy, so there's that.
There's also the Force taunt from, what is that ship that comes in?
Resistance Pilot?
Is that what it is?
I don't know. Someone does it, but I'm just saying it's just interesting, something to think about. But
so the hardware ability, which is whenever it is reinforced into the match, Imperial Entanglement. Enter battle. The Emperor Shuttle gains protection up 25% and critical hit immunity for 2 turns. Empire and Sith allies gain offense up for 2 turns. Inflict tenacity down on target enemy for 2 turns, which cannot be evaded or resisted. The Emperor Shuttle can use Emperor's Influence immediately, and that is one of his special abilities. This starts on cooldown. Now is when you have to take a shot.
So I want to go back real quick to the unique. If you are using an Empire and Sith team, the fact that they gain protection up for 2 turns every time they're critically hit, that's a pretty annoying unique.
Yes.
Kind of glossed over that, but that is a lot of protection that you can gain off something that happens a lot. So
Yep.
maybe TIE Advance won't die so quickly.
Yeah, making it a little bit more survivable will certainly be good. No doubt about it. So that special ability that the hardware ability refers to, Emperor's Influence, has a 3-turn cooldown. Dispel all debuffs from target Empire Sith ally, then they recover 50% of their max health and protection. Dispel all debuffs from target enemy, and inflict buff immunity on all target locked enemies for 2 turns. This ability starts on cooldown, cannot be evaded. This is where it gets really interesting with Vader, because if you're able to start out with, say, TIE Fighter pilot Vader and, say, Houndstooth or something, if you can get some target lockout and then call in the Emperor, he will dispel the buffs on the target locked enemies, because Vader will keep the target lock from going away, and inflict buff immunity. That is huge. That could be really big against, a lot of these frustrating ships like
Houndstooth. That's exactly what I thought of when I read this. I'm like,
yep.
Dispel all the buffs he currently has, so get rid of all that protection he already has, and throw buff immunity on him. Please, someone just shoot him and get rid of him. Be done with it. So,
indeed.
Like it.
And the quickest way to do that is going to be with having this ship as a reinforcement, because, you will get to your capital ship's 2nd turn before you will get to this ship's 3rd turn. So, something to think about. Royal Escort is the other crew ability. This is the one for Royal Guard. Deals special damage target enemy and inflict target lock on them for 2 turns. Then the healthiest other Empire or Sith ally taunts for 2 turns. So there's a way to gain taunt.
Now it's making a little more sense.
Healthiest other Empire or Sith. So it cannot select itself. It has to select someone else. So I'm not sure who would be a really great pairing for this ship for that reason, because, taunt is obviously really good. You have any ideas?
Well, I'm opening up my game to look at the Empire and Sith ships right now, because I can't really think of any. Most of them are kind of paper thin that I can think of, like the TIE Fighters and TIE Advanced. But let's see, Empire ships. You got TIE Reaper, Gauntlet Starfighter, and then the TIE Fighter and TIE Advanced. That's all there is for Empire. Now looking at Sith. Touchy screen.
There's not much.
Not liking me.
I mean,
so,
there's
as far as Sith go, you got Sith Fighter, TIE Advanced, Scimitar, and the B-28 Extinction class bomber. So I don't know, really, which one of those is beefy. The biggest looking is the Extinction class, but I don't know if that really means it's tanky. So, but whatever's not tanky, it's going to give them the extra buff, so that 40% protection up on the taunt. So that'll be helpful.
Indeed. So that is the Emperor Shuttle's kit, and definitely some good pairings. I'm gonna love it with TIE Advanced. I think those two are going to be awesome together. This is definitely going to be a ship that you can use on offense in Grand Arena and Territory Wars, and hopefully take out some of those more pesky teams.
One thing to think about with this ship as well is, even if it's not meta, the way it works can help you build a very good fleet team for Grand Arena, Territory Wars, Territory Battles, Because we all know that having those, well, I mean, territory battles, you only need one team. There's one node in Dark Side where you need two, but this can put together a pretty good team. Whether it's offense or defense, I guess we'll find out. But he can bring together an Empire Sith team, and if you're using your rebels on defense or in the meta, whatever, this just builds another team for you to use. Whether it's Chimera, Executrix, you're using with it. So definitely an interesting ship. I like it. I can't wait to get my hands on it. What I can wait for is gearing Royal Guard, especially since I'm having to gear Old Ben right now. But yeah, another tank. Yuck. But there you go. So in the end, I think it'll be interesting. I think it'll definitely be a very good offense character in territory wars / territory battles to go in against those walls of Houndstooth, especially if you put your own Falcon on defense. This will give you a good chance of a team that possibly could be working against Houndstooth defenses. So there is that.
All right. What next? Battle Droid rework?
Yeah, let's go. Well, let's go into the update from this week. So let's talk about some of those things. First thing, because, well, I guess you're right. It is mostly Battle Droid rework. So, or Separatist Droid.
We'll go over B1's kit here in a second.
We got B2's rework as well. That's in the game right now. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yep. So B2's always been pretty good. He's always been quite usable, never been amazing, but always good. So they added some stuff to all of his abilities, and then they gave him a second unique ability, which is kind of cool. So his basic ability, Heavy Arms, deal physical damage to target enemy. Then they added this part. If target was target locked, inflict critical damage down for 2 turns. Otherwise, inflict target lock for 2 turns. So they're moving more target lock into the droid synergy teams, which is really good because IG-88's had it, but so has Imperial Probe Droid, but it's never really been all that useful.
So has T3, which really makes me excited for the
oh yeah.
I have a very big feeling that General Grievous rework is going to rely heavily on target locks, because we're seeing it with B2. We'll see it again with B1. Moving into a full droid team, you might see T3, IG-88, or even Probe Droid become parts that might be used in this team, because of the fact that just by looking at B2's rework and B1's kit, target lock is becoming a big thing as far as Separatist droids go. So I'm looking forward to seeing IG-100's kit and the General Grievous leadership and what it entails with target lock, because I feel like those 3 characters you and I listed, along with these new ones being reworked, are going to build a very interesting combo of characters for a team.
Yep.
The only thing that might make it bad is if it's only for Separatist droids. But right now there's no Separatist droid tag, so it would have to say just Separatist, which means it could open up a world of other characters that could be good in a team with Grievous. So if it's given to droids, if his leadership involves droids, there's a very good chance, if it talks about target lock as well, that those 3 characters have a good chance of sneaking their way in with them.
It could also be like Revan, though, in which you get bonuses for Jedi and you get bonuses for Old Republic, in which if you overlap both those categories, you get the double, basically. I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that.
That could very well be as well.
So his special ability, Mowdown, final text, deal physical damage to all enemies, dispel all positive status effects on them with a now 80% chance to also inflict buff immunity for 2 turns, which is applied before the damage. So that is super cool. 80%. You remember what it was before?
Wasn't it like 40?
That's what I was thinking was 40%.
Yeah, it was low. This is way better.
Yep.
I mean, this is the ability that he made him meta, made him one of the successful Erodium characters. Was the fact that he became a guy that could get rid of pre-taunts and taunts very quickly.
Indeed. His first unique, this is the one that he's always had. B2 has a 40% chance to gain 100% turn meter whenever another ally is evaded or damaged by an attack. They have now added target locked enemies have minus 25% crit chance and minus 25% evasion.
And this is one of those things that's a lot like the bounty hunter ships, where in one of their uniques, there's just a little extra blurb that says, hey, if an enemy has target lock, these extra bonuses are going to happen to them.
Yep.
So I can't remember if B1 has something like this as well in his uniques, but this is very similar to that. So 25% crit chance and evasion. I'll take them.
Indeed.
So, especially when he's throwing out target lock on his basic. So there you go.
So his second unique ability, this is one that is entirely new. B2 has a 40% chance to reduce its cooldowns by 1 whenever a Separatist ally is evaded or damaged by an attack. Whenever B2 inflicts a debuff, all other Separatist droid allies gain 5% turn meter.
Well, there's an ability right there that says Separatist droid. So
yep.
Throw out what I said earlier.
Cool. That's pretty spiffy stuff. That's and I believe the Zeta part of that is the Separatist droid allies gaining the 5% turn meter. So I mean, this guy goes a lot. He gains a lot of turn meter, and both of his attacks can do debuffs. So I mean, there is certainly potential for a lot of turn meter gain here. Very, very cool stuff.
I mean, I've always liked B2, but this just makes his kit even better, in my opinion. Like this is a really good rework, I think. And I think we won't see the full effect of that rework until we see the full team together, I don't think. But overall, he's been a decent guy to throw in when you needed to debuff people quickly and keep them debuffed with a buff immunity on them. Now he's even better at those things. So I think this is going to be a really good rework as far as overall usability in the game, as well as more specifically targeted with a Separatist droid team. So we'll see.
Yep, for sure. Well, you ready to move on to the B1 battle droid?
Yeah, I am actually.
You have it up on the screen?
Don't, because there were no images in the character reveal. So I don't have those for the Twitch watchers.
Oh. Well, they'll get to... There is a sweet little video, though.
There is a video. I do not have it, though.
No. All right, so unit name, B1 Battle Droid. Alignment, Dark. Categories, Droid, Separatist, and Attacker. Fragile Separatist attacker that overwhelms their enemies with numbers. This is a cool kit. All right, you ready?
I'm so ready. Ready.
Here we go. Basic ability, B1 Barrage. Final text, deal physical damage to target enemy. If target was target locked, all droid allies recover 5% of their leader's max health and protection.
Isn't Grievous a tank? Can't remember.
I have no idea.
Because if Grievous is a tank, that is a lot of health and protection.
Yeah.
Nope, he's an attacker. So
Is he? Okay.
Yeah. More than likely, he's going to be the leader. So whatever his health and protection is after the rework is what you're getting. Most likely what you're using him with. So we'll have to see what those stats are when we find out that information to kind of guess at what 5% of that is going to be on his attacks on target locked characters.
Yep, indeed.
Definitely an interesting to have a full team heal of health and protection on your basic.
Yes, very cool. And
doesn't require Zeta.
But what's interesting though is his special, Blast Them, has a cooldown of 0. So it's almost like having 2 basic abilities.
Pretty much.
The final text: deal physical damage to all enemies and inflict target lock for 2 turns on the selected target. Gain 1 stack of Droid Battalion for each other Separatist ally. Heal target other Separatist ally for 0.5% health and 0.5% protection for each stack of Droid Battalion. All right, I'm going to come back to this ability and talk about it again here in a second, but I'm going to keep going through the kit. His first unique, Roger Roger. File text: when another Separatist ally uses an ability during their turn, B1 assists, dealing 40% less damage, limit once per turn. When other droid ally uses a special ability, B1 gains 15% turn meter.
This is a cool ability as far as the look of it, because it has the 3. Every time he assists, it's not just him assisting. 2 of them pop up behind him, and all 3 of them shoot at the person. So it almost looks like a little droid army on the assists. It's crazy. You've seen this?
Interesting.
Yes, it's pretty sweet.
I have not seen the animations for it yet, so that is super cool.
Yeah, the animation's pretty sweet.
Nice. I will have to go check that out.
Dude's hardly ever standing there by himself. But
the turn meter gain whenever another droid uses a special ability, I think is super interesting. I'm very curious to see exactly how well all that synergy and stuff works. But all right, so this is the big part of his kit. This is what really makes the B1 battle droid the way he is. All right. Droid Battalion. Final text. This is with a Zeta. B1 can't score critical hits or be revived. B1 has no protection, 1 health, and 100 stacks of Droid Battalion and can't be defeated or destroyed while they have Droid Battalion. When all stacks of Droid Battalion expire, B1 immediately destroys itself. B1 is immune to damage over time. When B1 takes damage, they dispel all debuffs on themselves and lose 8 stacks of Droid Battalion. At the start of B1's turn, they gain 3 stacks of Droid Battalion. And Droid Battalion. Each stack grants B1 plus 2% offense and all Separatist allies 0.5% tenacity and crit avoidance.
So think about that. That's 200% offense when he starts the encounter.
Yes, he has 200% offense, and all Separatist allies have 50% tenacity and 50% critical avoidance.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like
that is,
and
really...
this is, and literally this Zeta is like almost required for him, because if you look at what the Zeta text is, the Zeta is plus 50 stacks of Droid Battalion.
I don't know that's required, but it's going to make a pretty significant difference for sure.
If you're going to use him in Arena or other places, if you don't want him dying quickly, you're going to want this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see anyone running this anywhere like what's the word I'm looking for? Seriously, I guess. I don't see anyone using it without that Zeta, because that is just way too much extra time for him before he dies, because he also gains the 3 stacks of Droid Battalion at the beginning of his turn, and his AoE will give him 4 stacks whenever he does it if the team is full of Separatist droid allies.
Yes.
So
he can gain 7 stacks each turn. He loses 8 when he dies. That's assuming he's not ability blocked. But there aren't a whole lot of ability blocks that wouldn't kill him. Actually, I guess it would stay there, wouldn't it? Because he doesn't actually die. So you'd ability block him. He would use up battalion. He'd still be blocked. So as long as he has that ability, he can get up to, 7 stacks of droid battalion. And so that special ability heals a separatist ally for half their health and half their protection. That's pretty significant. So he is an attacker. He is a healer. He assists. He cannot be annihilated or die in odd ways. You have to kill him over and over and over. I mean, he is very zombie-like. This is a really, really good kit. I'm kind of digging it.
Little extra stuff from the update that there's kind of QA questions that a lot of people always have when these characters come out. So, what is B1's interaction with a Traya lead? When B1 takes damage from Traya's leader ability, B1 will cleanse any debuffs on itself before Traya's lead can heal her Sith allies. So that's how he works against Traya lead.
Okay.
B1 against Devour or Annihilate. When B1 is devoured or annihilated, its unique will trigger, causing it to lose 8 stacks of Droid Battalion and dispel all debuffs on itself. Although B1's unique, Droid Battalion states that B1 can't be defeated or destroyed while they have Droid Battalion. Losing stacks of Droid Battalion represents whittling down the army of B1s. As such, the Rancors Devour and Annihilate will trigger Droid Battalion to lose 8 stacks. Does not kill him. Only takes the 8 stacks away like it would if you killed him normally. So
Interesting.
you're not going to be able to annihilate him or devour. And then the last one, B1 and abilities that deal damage multiple times. B1 will lose 8 stacks for each instance of damage dealt. For example, being hit with Rey Scavenger's Flurry of Blows will remove 32 stacks, and being attacked while B1 has exposed will cause it to lose 16 stacks.
Interesting.
So the best ways to get at this dude seem to be multi-attacks. For example, which makes me question how good he'll be in Arena right now, Revan's direct focus and all the people coming in to attack with him seems like it could whittle down those Droid Battalion stacks very quickly. So it might take 2 of them, but you're going to be able to take a lot out with those multi-attacks. Or if you use Cody in the arena like everyone else does, you can use his multi-attack. So
yeah, that is definitely true. Yeah, so assists and multi-tappers are going to be very frustrating for the B1.
Chickenbottom with the Ahsoka Fulcrum. What does she do? 10 attacks? Or a certain amount of attacks for debuff? Something like that?
Yeah, that's a good point. Leia, Rebel Officer Leia Organa could be very frustrating for the B1 as well. There's a number of characters who could be total hell for this thing, but this is a cool kit. If you do, it seems like one of those characters. If you don't come into it with the right game plan, you could end up in a spot where it is annoying as all hell. But I do not think that it is OP or anything.
I really like these types of characters. I think they're really cool. They're really fun. It's obviously you don't want to have every character come out with a trick kit like this, but he's very similar. He reminds me a lot of Zombie, just the way his kit works, and it's going to be really fun to use this guy. I'm really excited for it. I really like these types of kits. They're fun. So I just hope we don't have some weird thing going on with this character like we did with Paper Zombie forever. Hopefully none of that kind of thing is going on with this dude, but we shall see what happens.
Indeed.
So.
All right. So what else was in this update that we should cover?
Just these two things. Why don't you mention them?
All right, so they added a ship energy pack. This was oh crap. I cannot find the notes for this stupid ship energy pack. I'll have to look it up in a second. So they added a new ship energy pack. Very exciting stuff. And then I think the biggest thing here is that Karthonasi and Juwani were not in this update. We keep expecting to see them in an update, and they've not made it in yet, which, you know, kind of makes me think that maybe that stuff's a little bit further out than we were thinking. Possibly, who knows? Very interesting. So yeah, those are kind of a couple of the big takeaways. Ship energy pack. That's right. That's the 600 crystals for what? I think that one's 640 energy, if I remember correctly. It's the same as Cantina. You got the new 4X fleet. What is this? The fleet data pack. Whatever. Where is the controversial one? I am looking for this in notes, and I do not see it. If you're unaware, they did make a, let's say, controversial change with regards to the $10 packs, which are officially going bye-bye. These are the marquee bundle packs, and these were the ones that used to be $9.99. They are now going up to $19.99.
The one that everyone bought, by the way.
Yes, this is the one that people love buying before.
Like, if you weren't even going to take the character to 7 stars, people still bought this pack. I bought this pack. But the pack is now going away in favor of a $20 pack. That all you get extra is a bunch of crystals. A $10 pack of crystals.
Yes. It basically forces you into buying a 10 pack of crystals in order to get that good deal on shards. I don't like it.
I don't like it at all.
This kind of kills any... Like, Droid Eka, I'm super excited about. I was considering the $10 pack on that, and I think when they go to 20, I think I'll pass. I'm not spending $20. 10, I would have done. 20, nah.
Here's what I want to say. Now, I would never tell people to spend or not spend. I'm just going to point out an idea of how this works. So if you look at the very end of this, it says, although these changes will be for Droid Eka, we may continue to make more changes or no changes for subsequent marquee events. Per the character cadence, we will communicate any changes 2 weeks prior to the event. If you want the $10 pack to come back, and I don't even know if it will or if it could, the only way to show that you want the $10 pack and you don't want a $20 pack that's giving you crystals that you don't want just to get those shards is to not buy it. Right? So if you want to show in this marquee event that this change is not one that the players like, don't buy that $20 pack. If you don't like the change and you still buy the $20 pack and you don't like it, their data only sees numbers, not discontent while you press the button to buy it. So if you want to get the $9.99 pack back, don't buy the $20 pack. Now, for me, myself, I'm not buying it this time around. Only because I think the $10 pack is better, and I don't want to buy crystals, be forced to buy crystals when I don't want to buy crystals at the time. I think the $10 pack was perfect because it gave you what you wanted for that $10. So I'm just saying, the way things work in these types of businesses is where does the money speak? And if the money's not speaking on a $20 pack, the $10 pack's probably coming back. So do what you will, but
I don't know.
I'm just
that
saying.
I don't know about. Maybe not. Who the hell knows? But I mean, this is pretty binary. You either buy it or you don't, and that's all data sees are binary answers. They don't see the like you said, the discontent and frustration of having to spend $20 on these packs.
Yeah,
so.
It doesn't tell them how hard you pushed the button, like how mad you were when you slammed your finger on the screen. So
yeah,
I'm just saying, think with your head, not with your heart, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, that's fair.
But then explain to me this new marquee mega pack. Okay, the standard marquee pack is what, $12.99 or $13.99 for a chance at 5 to 330 shards, and now there's this new marquee mega pack for almost 1,000 more crystals, where the shards range from 15 to 330 shards, and I cannot, for the life of me, figure out what the difference is. Besides the fact that it's now 15 and not 5, so you're guaranteed 15 now. I don't understand why you would spend 1,000 more crystals unless the odds get posted on that pack and they're like double what the other pack is. I don't understand this change like at all.
I don't know.
It's the same pack, right? What am I not seeing here? It's confusing to me.
Yeah, I mean, that's. I assume that the odds will change it some degree, maybe. Well, actually, it was $12.99 before, wasn't it?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay, so if it's $12.99 before and it's gone to $25.99, you're doubling the crystal cost plus 1. But the bottom shards are now 15 instead of 5. So you're getting triple on that bottom end for double the crystals. You know,
well, here's the funny part, though. If you look at the probabilities that they have to give you for those packs,
yes.
For the standard marquee pack, the 15 or right around 12 was the most common one, and the lower than that had a lower percentage than the 12. So, I mean, like, you were almost getting 15 guaranteed every time anyway.
Yeah, but this is probably going to change. I suspect that this will probably be a little bit better deal, cost per shard. Hard to know without actually seeing the odds of what you'll be getting, but I suspect that this will be a slightly better deal.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's, I don't know. We'll see. I just want to see it in game and see what the deal is with it, but I'm confused by it. So
I mean, sounds to me like it's the exact same, it's just the numbers change. So
I remember a Citadel pack no one liked for this price.
I don't remember a Citadel pack.
You don't remember the Krennic pack? I think it was Krennic. The one where even like some of the biggest whales put out a gigantic letter to CG about we're not spending money on a Citadel pack for $25.99. Oh my gosh. We're going to have to talk about this afterwards. You have to remember this. It was a big deal back then. Citadel pack, Krennic, $25.99. First time for a character, and it was like, why would I spend $25.99 for 12 crystals? I don't know.
No.
All right. Well, if you're in chat, please, someone say you remember the Citadel pack.
I'm not saying it didn't exist. I don't remember.
I know, but I can't be the only person to remember.
Are you ready for this next thing?
All right, I'm ready. Let's do it.
It's time for the sexy bearded duo to battle in their SWGOH knowledge in the most exciting trivia event in the Outer Rim. It's time for the Shattered Order Trivia. May the force be with you.
Everyone seems to think you're going to be Zetaing a character right now.
So, what were my options?
Okay. Give me a second and I'll find the trivia from last week. Your
I
options-
haven't had time to look at anything this week, so I figured I would just wait until the podcast and do it then.
All right. Well, your first non-choice is Rose. So there's that. And then I think the other choice was
I know Bodhi was one.
Bodhi, Farm Boy Luke, and I don't remember which the second was. I'm trying to find the slide. It's taken forever. All right, we're almost there. Am I even on the right one? Okay, yeah. So Bodhi, Veteran Han, and Farm Boy.
Veteran Han and Farm Boy.
Yeah, Farm Boy lead, Veteran Han unique, and Bodhi.
Alright, so Bodhi's is at the end of each of his turns. Bodhi gains offense up for 2 turns. Or sorry, Bodhi grants offense up for 2 turns to a random ally who doesn't have it.
You know what's funny? Go back and listen to the kit reveal of Bodhi. And I was raving about this Zeta. And I think that was at the point where, like, me and you just really loved offense up. And I'm like, yeah, give it to everyone. I love it. And
It
that's
is
like one of
great.
the worst Zetas in the game. Or, sorry, not worst, but the least used Zetas in the game.
Veteran Han, whenever Han gains any status effect, he gains 50 armor penetration stacking until the end of his next turn.
I mean, if you had him and he was geared, that might be worth something. But I don't think you do. Farm Boy Luke lead is what?
It is... Alright, plus 5% more tenacity, and whenever an ally resists a detrimental effect, they gain advantage for 2 turns. And advantage, of course, is a guaranteed critical hit.
What is it? What causes them to get advantage?
Resisting a detrimental effect.
I'll say in my heroic attempts on my alt with Future of the Order, I was thinking that might be interesting with the Rolo team for Phase 3 that I've been trying and playing with. Trying to get that crit advantage, or trying to get that advantage on Rolo before she stands alone. If that would make it easier. But I don't know what she would ever avoid. So that doesn't really work there.
Well, what characters actually do something when they critically hit? Like have some sort of advantage or something? Are there any that you can think of?
Off the top of my head, no, but I'm sure there are plenty. Well, there's...
I have a question. How was it phrased?
How was what phrased? The answers?
The options.
Bodhi, Veteran Han unique, and Farm Boy lead. Farm Boy unique is not an option.
I don't like that.
Because it's good.
It's not good. It's just not as bad.
Isn't it the one that everyone wanted because it made huge damage possible in Heroic AT when it first came out?
Yeah, to some degree. Let's see. Gains 10% crit damage stacking till the end of the encounter.
Which is freaking awesome for territory battles as well. If you use him. And he's a rebel, so He's available for a lot of quests.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm kind of annoyed at Tesh because one of these was supposed to at least be decent. Neither are any good at all, but...
Well, that's the best one was if you got 5 answers right.
Yeah, that's hogwash.
Greedo, special. Or Holdo,
Like I
unique.
said. Yeah. I wouldn't mind doing Holdo.
No.
I don't know. All right, so those are the options. Let's go ahead and jump into trivia, and we'll come back to this.
Now, are we fighting against each other here, or are we working together to solve these?
We're competing. What the hell
Okay,
kind of
I'm
question's
just saying,
that?
Riddles suck, and I'm terrible at them, so odds are you will win. But I'm going to do my best.
We will see.
I'll give it the old college try.
All right.
It's going to be hard. I haven't been in college for a while. So, a whole year. Never mind. It hasn't been that long. All right.
Nice.
Question number 1. Here we go. An imposing figure. I clear buffs all day. Hit my allies some more, and I'll make you pay. Who am I?
Oh, crap. I'm going to pull this. I have to see if I can get the stream going. What was it one more time?
All right, an imposing figure. I clear buffs all day. Hit my allies some more, and I'll make you pay. Who am I? I have an answer.
Interesting. Clear buffs all day.
All day. All day, every day.
Interesting.
Trying to fill quiet space with excited yelling. All day.
Indeed.
I don't know how much longer you have, because I had mine immediately.
Really? Interesting. I will... Okay. I'm going with CLS. Who you got?
B2 Super Battle Droid.
Oh, that makes sense.
Hit my allies some more and I'll make you pay because I get 100% turn meter. A 40% chance to gain 100% turn meter. That's my guess. I'm not saying it's right, but...
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's right.
All right, the answer is B2 Super Battle Droid. 1 point for GoodNightPunk. All day. All day,
All right.
Xylo.
What is... Question number two.
Almost forgotten, I once was a leader. I apply different debuffs if you're a tank or a healer. And here we go again. Almost forgotten, I once was a leader. I'll apply different debuffs if you're a tank or a healer. Do you know this one?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm pretty sure I'm not going to know any of these because I am not good at this sort of stuff.
Riddles? That's why I said, are you going to work together or not? You chose this life, fam. I got a guess, but I'm pretty sure it's wrong.
I've got absolutely zero idea.
I don't think the person I'm thinking of does different debuffs if you're a tank or a healer, though. Well, you come up with an answer, and then I'll give my answer.
Yeah, I don't really... I don't know. I'm not even going to take a guess. What do you...
My guess is Old Ben. He's the only one I can think of. But I don't think he changes on healers and tanks.
He doesn't.
All right, so let's see what the answer was. Director Krennic.
Yeah, I never would have got that.
People use that character?
I literally had no idea what he does. So
I know he has a unique that works with Death Trooper, and that's a Zeta, but that's all I know.
yeah.
All right, well, that's the end of that one. 1-0 still. All right, here we go. From Wookie Cookie. To be proficient in battle, one must be quick and lethal, but I am not. Who am I? What? To be proficient in battle, one must be quick and lethal, but I am not. Who am I?
I think I know where he's going with this. I cannot think of the character though.
Well, I think it means it's someone that's slow. I have a guess. I'll have a guess just because if I don't guess this, I don't know. They're not that slow though. I don't know. I got to guess. What's your guess?
I have no idea.
I'm going to say Wicket because I can't just say all Ewoks.
Yeah.
My guess is Wicket. Because they're not very fast.
Yeah. I don't have any idea. What's the answer?
Or the answer is Cup. Non-lethal takedown. Is one of his moves.
Ah.
Clever.
Ooh,
Jeez.
very,
And
very
that's
nice.
I think that's his basic because that's the one with the stun.
Is it?
Don't ask me why I know that about Cup, but I do.
It's actually pretty good.
That was good. All right, question 4, still 1-0. Though allies may heal you, I reduce their effect. If I am to kill you, you won't resurrect.
Oh. Oh.
You know what it is? I'm jumping between two characters in my head right now.
I had to figure out how this character had part of it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I got it.
All right, well, I'm going to go with Nihilus only because Death Trooper can inflict Death Mark, but he doesn't necessarily kill you with Death Mark. Someone else could kill you with it.
I'm going with Darth Nihilus as well because he will reduce the effect because he does health down.
Yeah, I was wondering if the Zeta, his unique, is it his unique? Unique Zeta was what they were going for there with the health down.
Yes.
All right, let's see here. The answer is not changing. There it is. Oh, Jango Fett.
Really? Interesting. I feel like Nihilus falls under the same category. Actually, not entirely true because Nihilus can kill you and you resurrect, so.
Makes me curious. I'm looking at the kit now. I'm looking at Jango's kit.
What are you looking at on his kit?
Well, now I'm looking at his unique. I don't know. I don't know where it is. We'll find out this week, though. Interesting.
What is the next question?
All right, last question. Still up 1-0. From Wookie Cookie. So it's going to really mess with our minds again. Speed and taunt don't make me great. Counterattack and turn meter gains separated me from the rest in an endless stream of my kin. I have a guess. I'm pretty sure I know who this is. You'll let me know once you've come up with an answer. But I think I've got this one all day.
I think I've got this one, but we'll see.
All right, what do you got?
Actually, I don't know.
Well, if you don't know, I'm going to say mine, and you can't say it after that. How's that?
No, because I'm down between two answers, and one of those may be your answer.
All right, then I'll wait.
I
mean, I feel pretty confident in my answer, and then I'm going to be wrong because that's just what happens in trivia to make me look ridiculous. So,
yeah, Yep. All right. I got my answer. What are you going with?
I'm going with fives. Because in an endless stream of clones, every time they're hit, he gains a crap ton of turn meter with his Zeta.
I went with B1.
B1. All right. Apparently there were 2 slides to this. No, I went the wrong way. The answer is fives.
Very nice.
Got it.
Is there another question?
If there is one more question, it will be for fun because I have already defeated you. There's a 6th question. All right, there you go. Eldor and your friends, thanks for coming to the stream. Glad to see you. All right, question 6. Here we go. Though I never was quite the master in game, Jedi Ahsoka once lauded my name. I found a place reinforcing some ships and often was paired in a fleet with snips. Oh, goodness. I'm allowed to look at the ships, right?
No.
What do you mean, no? That won't give me the answer. I mean, I have a guess, but I don't know that's right.
I know what I'm going to go with, but I got no idea what the answer is.
The third line is throwing me off because I want to give a kind of answer, but I don't think that I can. I'm going to go with... You ready? I'm going with Plo Koon.
I'm going with Jedi Knight Anakin.
Okay. Why does it keep doing that? Apparently I can't press the down arrow. I gotta type in the number. Alright, here we go. Answer is Plo Koon.
Very nice.
Hey-o. Another answer for GoodNightPunk.
Is there another question?
Are you open for redemption here? There is a 7th question.
All right.
The redemption, maybe Wink can get one right. 3-0 right now. All right. Everyone in chat, I just looked over now that we're not answering. Wink has no chance with Clone Wars questions. That's where I get the one up on you. All right.
I don't see anything in the chat.
You don't? Well, that's weird. Trivia number 7. If I evade you, I'll leave a surprise. And on my next turn, double tap twixt your eyes.
Read it one more time.
If I evade you, I'll leave a surprise. And on my next turn, double tap twixt your eyes. I know the answer. Woo-wee! Gonna get a 4th point right here. You want a hint?
I have no idea.
I'll leave a surprise.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cad Bane. When he evades, he will leave a thermal detonator. And his basic can double tap.
Had no idea.
I mean, we haven't revealed the answer. I'm pretty sure that's the answer. Cad Bane. All right.
Very nice.
All right, Wink. Let's see if there's an 8th question because there's 19 slides on this, so there might be an 8th question. Nope. That is the end. I have absolutely demolished you tonight.
Very nice.
And I'm so happy that we wagered 2 Zetas at the beginning of this. I will pick nice ones for you.
All right, perfect. Are you gonna pick Darth Revan?
Yeah, you get Darth Revan and Carthonasi. All right, Wink. I think that's going to bring us to the end of the show tonight. How you feeling over there?
All right, Tesh. Yeah, I don't know which one to go with.
I personally would go with Farm Boy. I just think there's so much rebel stuff in the game that you might actually be able to find a place for that.
Nope, it's totally worthless.
Well, maybe Bodhi can help you go 6 for 6 in phase 6 with his offense side.
It's true, maybe. I do have to go look at his again, actually, because I don't use any of these characters, nor do I have any use in or do I have any interest in using them.
He's thinking.
Yeah.
The hamsters are on the wheel.
Tash, I'm going with Luke's unique.
Same character. I'll take it. I still think that's enough punishment.
Yeah, Veteran Han just kind of... That one just seems so worthless. At least with guaranteed advantage, like you can... you can probably do something with it. Does he have a ship? Do any of these guys have ships? They don't, do they?
Bodhi should. I mean, he was literally a pilot, but he does not.
That's a good point. He doesn't.
And neither does Veteran Han. And Farm Boy Luke should fly the Red 5, right?
You would think he would have a ship, but he doesn't. It's, I don't know.
I don't know if Red 5
or his
came.
T-16.
Or the T-16, yeah. Dude, that would be awesome. I love the look of that ship. Put that one in game. That's the next event is what is it? Shooting. Oh, I can't remember the quote, so I'm not even gonna try. Shooting womp rats, something like that. That's the next event. Shooting womp rats in the T16.
Hey, no. Actually, Chickenbottom just brought up a good point. Farm Boy is actually a decent leader for Wampa. Extra tenacity and, well, he has stacking crit chance though, so I guess he don't really need advantage. But the tenacity.
Hey, could work. Make it a thing, make a video, and turn this punishment around. There you
go. Interesting. Yeah, I think I'll go with the Luke lead then. Because I can do something with it to some degree. Tenacity is not bad.
It pains my heart this whole conversation about these Zetas because you just seem so unhappy.
No, honestly, well, this podcast has gone way longer than I expected, and I am so freaking exhausted. It's not even funny.
No, I got you, man. Well,
so it probably sounds more painful than I intend for it to sound.
Okay, good.
I am dead.
So it's not the that was weird. I just literally lost Wink. Apparently he's going to sleep now. I don't know, maybe. I'll try to get him back. You give me a second. That was so weird. All right, let's get him back. Come on, Wink. Answer the phone. All right, well, it looks like Wink is unavailable. Literally, Skype saying he's unavailable. So, oh, never mind.
Hello?
I can hear you. I cannot see you.
The hell happened?
You disappeared. You're like, it was the comedic timing in your dropping out on phone calls tonight has been on point.
Yeah,
on point.
My internet is terrible. In case you did not know already.
All right.
All right.
Well, for everyone watching the live stream, Double GoodNightPunk would like to say thanks for watching the show. It was a lot of fun, and hopefully we will see you back here next week and in Discord, discord.me/ShatteredOrder. Come hang out with us. It's really fun there. Yeah, so Wink, you got anything else left to say?
Not really. That's pretty much it.
All right. Well, while Wink contemplates his Zeta decisions, we're going to cut it out here, and we will catch you all on the flip side. Thanks for coming in. We will see you next week.
Later.